Welcome, welcome, everybody. This is the CyphaDen Chat. I'm your host, Tayamu Denku. I got my homie Roman with me, who is also my host of Crack the Code, which we do on the side. And tonight, special guest in the house, Betty Bat. What is going on?
Hi, everyone.
Yeah. We before you got in here, we weren't talking about anything really
No,
too
just yapping.
interesting. Actually, what had happened before you got in here is Roman was glitching, and then he realized he was on his phone connection instead of his Wi-Fi. So he was like
Oh
doing
no.
like it was kind of like his video was doing like a robot situation. But yeah,
Oh, you should have kept it. That would have been kind of cool. It's like the edit or you pre-made into the video.
yeah. Um, so this is more of a real meeting of me to you because you were at the Milwaukee Comic Con and you were basically everywhere
Yeah. So usually am.
snatching up pictures with everybody, and you came across my daughter was with me dressed as Raven, snapped a picture with her. I posted a picture.
She looked
We kind
awesome.
of
I
got in
remember.
contact, and here we are. Now you're on the podcast.
Thank you for inviting me. This is really cool. I
Yeah,
appreciate it.
yeah, of course. So one thing that I want to start out with, which I'm super curious about, is so your upbringing. How are you so fluent in Polish?
In Polish. Yeah. Yep. So I am actually the youngest of three, and my parents and my two older siblings, they were all born in Poland and they were raised for a little bit in Poland, and then they came over here and then they had me. So I was the America baby. I like to
Hmm.
refer to myself as the anchor baby. And because of that, my parents still spoke Polish when I was growing up to me, and they still do for the most part at home. So yeah, I get to constantly practice it, and my siblings both have kids now that they practice their Polish with too. So I'm just constantly surrounded by it. When I was
Oh,
younger, I was also sent to Poland a lot too. They didn't know what to do with me here, so they're like, I don't know, go to Poland for the summers. So
Oh, wow.
yeah, I got the extra training.
that's what's up. I
Mhm.
I mean, there's some Polish in my. I'm like a Euro mutt, so I have like all
I
these
love that.
things.
That's awesome.
Um, and I'm definitely part Polish, but I couldn't tell you a single word.
You could not
Not
even want. Usually people say that and then they
zero.
swear at me. That's the first thing that they say.
I
It's a
know
swear
zero.
Polish.
I know zero words at all.
Oh.
But then I
You're too
also
funny.
saw that you were um and I heard the audios.
Mhm.
You're very you speak it very well in reading Japanese.
Yes, thank you. I studied Japanese in college. So in
Hmm.
university, and I went to Japan to study abroad for a little bit. So I lived there for a little with some host parents, and every night we had tea time and practiced Japanese. So
Oh,
yeah.
That's really cool.
I need an
Yeah.
awesome memory from being in Japan is what I need right now.
An awesome memory. Okay, all right. There's so many. I specifically, this is gonna be very nerdy and weeby, but I first of all loved my host sister there. We used to watch RuPaul's Drag Race all the time and just hang out overnight. And one of the things, this is kind of funny. So me and my host sister started watching Shokugeki no Soma. What is it? Food Wars. Do you guys know that one?
No.
No.
No? Okay, so it's an anime where they cook food, but it's essentially like food porn because it's not bad. There's nothing that's bad that happens, but it goes along that thought. You know how people call like really good looking food porn, and it's not. It's just
Yeah.
really good food, right? So essentially, this main character wants to be the best chef and stuff, and people's like people try eating the food and their clothes fall off because it's such good food. And it's not anything bad, but it is that, right? So My host mom, little cute little old lady, she comes into the room one day when me and my host sister were watching this, and we couldn't explain what we were watching to her. So she sat down. She's like, "Can I watch with you?" And we couldn't deny her. We were like, "Sure, yeah." And so she sat down and she watched all this happening, and everybody freaking out over how good the flavors are in the food. And the very next day, we came down for dinner, and she made us the recipe that was in that episode that she watched with
Well,
us. It was so sweet. She lived through all the weird scenes of the show just
Yeah,
to just to cook that for us. So yeah,
that's
shout out
what's
to all
up.
of them.
Yeah, that's dope. Roman, you got something?
is that now is that like one of the have you done Japanese anime voice work or Polish voice work as well?
So yes, I haven't voiced anything officially in Japanese yet. In the future, I will though.
Oh,
And
that's awesome.
for Polish though, I recently actually we just released a little. There's a show that I did in full Polish, and it's about horses, and it's really sweet. My child
Oh,
itself was
cool.
very was very excited to do that one. Yeah.
Oh, that's really neat.
That's
Thank
what's
you.
up. So what made you well, I guess do you also have uh aspirations to be an actress, or are you good, or are you just want to be a voice actor?
So, you know what? I love the idea of both. And I recently got signed on to an agency that does on camera commercial work. So,
Mm,
hopefully, soon that starts moving forward and kicking off. For the most part, I really do want to just voice like dragons and and young like protagonists, like the little Ash Ketchums of the world, you know? I want to
Cool.
be doing like Pokemon things, things that are animated. I love the endless possibilities of that because you could one day be like a pirate on a ship and the next day you can be the moon. Like, you know,
yeah.
there's no limits to what you could be voicing and what kind of characterizations you could bring out. um and then in acting you have to, you know, you have to like look the part, you have to be able to look the part or something, right? So I do want to hop into the acting world too, like, you know, within commercials and that kind of sphere, but for the most part I do really want to stick with voiceover.
Yeah. Have you ever done I mean, you probably have since you're a voice actress. Have you ever dabbled in the in doing the minions
In doing the minions. What do you
from
mean by that?
Despicable Me?
Yeah. Oh, like just doing the voices of
Yeah.
the minions?
Have you done
You
that?
know what? Actually, no, I haven't.
You have not.
No, I
I was
haven't.
gonna be like, hit me with the minions, but
With
then
the
it
minions.
didn't
Can
happen.
you? Do you know how to
Hell
do
no, I cannot. No, no, I
it?
cannot do it.
Roman,
I
will you
cannot
hit
do
us
it.
with the minions?
I know, no.
He will not.
Sorry.
He will not do the minions. Um,
Oh.
I actually saw there's this beatboxer girl
Ooh.
that I randomly came across that she beatboxes, but then she also does like voice stuff, like voice. I don't think she's actually done voice acting, but
Hmm.
she mimics things, and she like
So
has
impressions and
this,
stuff, right?
yeah. So she has this
Cool.
thing where she does like the minions, and it's actually pretty good.
That's so cool. Beatboxing is like a feat in its own right. How do people do that? That's awesome.
Well, you can't hear it on the mic good because
Mhm.
this is more direct vocal and bass doesn't come through. But I actually, so I'm a hip hop artist on the side,
Mhm.
and
I saw that on your profile. That's cool.
I always start my sets with beatboxing. I would do it right now, but it wouldn't come through well. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm. That's understandable. Yeah,
Um,
you that bass and like all the little growls and stuff. It's so intricate. It's really cool.
yeah. So I'm also very interested in. So you do all your own recording, mixing, mastering of your stuff. So where does
Mhm.
that come from? Because I've been my own sound engineer for like 20
Mhm.
years, self-taught. I never even
Awesome.
went to school for it. And I've
That's
gotten to
incredible.
actually mix some pretty cool
Mhm.
albums since I know a lot of people in the hip hop industry. But
Mhm.
I'm curious on how you got there.
Surprisingly enough, I also It was mostly self-taught. I went to during college, I took one sound class and it was like half a semester long. It wasn't even one of those full ones. It's just I really wanted to do it. It was a sound audio engineering or something class that was just kind of teaching us how to use Adobe Audition. And I actually don't even use Adobe Audition.
Mm.
I dashed that and I pretty much did everything myself and learned from the bottom up through Audacity. And later I transferred over to Reaper. But it was essentially I would Google things a lot and I would just play with the controls until I heard something that I liked, and then I would look up other voice actors' advice, or I would look up what certain standards you need to follow if you want to submit audiobooks, because I actually started in audiobooks. So so yeah, ACX is it kind of gives you guidelines to what the noise floor should be, what the peaks should be, et cetera, et cetera.
Mm.
So I followed those instructions, but other than that, I added on things that sounded cool. Like if there was, I didn't know any of the technical terms. I was like, oh, I'm going to make this sound all wiggly in the voice, and I'm going to make this sound like it's surrounding you. And this one's going to sound a little electric, you know? So I just played until things made me happy. I did the same with BandLab too. So I made the
Mm.
music in between the chapters for the audiobook projects that I have done. I would do all the music. So in BandLab, I had no idea what I was doing. I just clicked on little sound bites and sound samples until they meshed together and they sounded right.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. So how many years have you been doing your own mixes then?
So officially since 2019, 2020, like around that time.
Okay.
It sounds like it was like brought on because of COVID, but it was I've always wanted to do this and I knew I was going to do it. And I just started, I got kickstarted into it. I was going to go teach in Japan and COVID hit, so I had to stay here. And then
Mm.
after that, I was like, you know what? What time better than now? I'm just going to start doing these things, like really get into the nitty gritty of mixing. So,
Podcasting for me started because of COVID. I
really?
probably would not be doing podcasting if it wasn't for COVID
Mhm.
because we were locked inside. I
Mhm.
know so many artists and everybody was just down because they
Yeah.
had nothing to do. So it's like
Each other and get like
so
creativity from other people. Yeah.
so during that time we uh CyphaDen Chat used to be called Pick Apart the Passion that I did with my homie Rambunctious, who got me into podcasting, and shouts to him. But we started with that and we had crazy guests then. Like I even like we had one of the craziest ones we had was we talked with Tommy Chong. Like we
Oh.
just randomly had him on. And he's like talking about like his denture work and all this crazy shit. Like,
That's
it was
awesome.
a crazy episode, but like I feel like that wouldn't have happened if we weren't in the pandemic. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But so as much as it sucked because I had to cancel like a 35, 37-day tour situation I had all booked,
Oh,
um, it did lead to other things. So like uh I put out my first vinyl release during the pandemic.
cool.
I started the podcasting and stuff like that. And like, yeah. And now we're here. Now we're talking with you. So yeah, this wouldn't
That's
be a
awesome.
thing if that didn't happen.
Yeah, it really pushed a lot of people to be like, hey, that hobby that I've been putting off, I'm going to pick it up and I'm going to make something of it. There were so many creative explosions that happened because of people being locked inside and like, well, what better
Yeah.
time to start than now?
oh yeah.
Yeah. Roman, you got something?
Yeah, I was always kind of curious when it comes to like voice work and voice acting, especially for like animation and stuff like that. Is that something that kind of like how do you even make like the grunting sounds or the initial like if you're heard or like without
Mhm.
seeing the video, do you actually see the video first and then you kind of go back and then redo it yourself, or do you just not know until they put it together?
So with actually every different sphere of voice acting is a little bit different. So that's actually my favorite part. The grunting and the dying noises and the like attacking noises. I love doing that. That's so like you have to get into the mindset and you pretend like you're actually fighting somebody in the booth. Um so that I started with audiobooks, right? So that I had no visualizations. I was creating the visualization. So with that I was completely just like all the fighting scenes in the very first book that I did, I died a lot. Spoiler alert. But yes, fine, really likes writing dying scenes, which I love. It's awesome. But in the first book that I did, Points of Origin, there was a lot of death. And so I yeah, I just had to sit there and picture myself like being stabbed and like pretending like to increase my heart rate or heavy breathing or something like that, right? Um, so that was completely just imagination, right? When it comes to dubbing, if you're doing like an anime where you're dubbing over something like a Japanese anime and then dubbing to English, that one you do see the scene.
Oh,
What
okay.
they do is, yeah, they show you the scene in Japanese, and then you get a couple of beeps that kind of clue you in to match the pace of it, and then boom, you have to record over that scene. So that's
Oh,
really
okay.
cool. Mhm.
All right.
Mm.
Yeah, that takes a while too. So whenever you see like the mouth flaps too, now there's certain like they can adjust it, and the audio engineers are so good at matching you up. They're awesome at it. But whenever you see the mouth flaps moving in the Japanese and you're speaking the English words, you have to kind of match with the movement of the mouth so that
Oh,
it makes
okay.
sense. Yeah.
Yep.
Mm.
Yeah. So
How,
that gets interesting. That's like a whole nother skill set.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, I imagine. Yep.
Mhm.
How did you and so I don't want to say his name wrong. ES, you just said it. ES Fiend?
Yes, fine.
Fine.
Hmm.
ES
Hmm.
Fine. How did you and him uh link up to talk about you actually doing the audiobooks for him?
Audiobooks.
Cause you're it's a series and you did all of them, right?
So right now he has two standalone books. He has a short story collection and he has a series that's about 8 books. He's still
Mm.
writing the ending ones. He is like trucking through them. But yes, I've narrated the first two standalones, a couple of the short stories. Those are for free on my website. And then
Oh,
the
cool.
first in his series, Mendel's Ladder. So that
Mm.
one just released a couple of days ago, actually. So that one was a lot of fun. But initially, I met ES Fine through my brother. They were really good friends. Um they're very, very good friends, and he told him that I was looking to do voiceover work, and then he was looking for a voiceover artist, and then he made me do some of his short stories as kind of like an audition. And then after that he's like, "This is great. Do the first book." And so after I did my 12 plus hour resume into the voiceover world, he liked the sound engineering, he liked all of the mixing, he liked all of the editing, all of the character voices that I did. I just kind of ran with it. And he was like, "Great, do the next book." And we just continued. So,
How how long does it take to do a whole book? Because I mean, like as I've gotten older, I mean you're
mhm.
way younger than me, but if I as I've gotten older over the years doing
Mhm.
live shows, if I don't do uh like I do throat coat tea and I have this
Mhm.
voice, it's like voice 37 serum with like a lot of
Mhm.
slippery elm just to keep the
Ooh.
voice crisp. So
Mhm.
what is your like how long does it usually take to do a full book and what is your tactics or remedies to get through all the so
Mhm.
nothing, so it's like still crispy.
Yes, that so there I've been struggling with recent crispy recordings because I have been nourishing my need for coffee, and coffee dries out your mouth. So the worst thing is that when you're in the booth and you're ready to record and you have all this energy from drinking all that coffee earlier, and then your mouth sounds like it's making those crispy saliva noises.
Yeah.
That is the worst. I hate that. The mic picks up on it because you get a good mic to do it, and then you're sitting there sounding like the whole time. So, what I learned from a couple of other voice actors is that if you have a green apple on hand and you just keep it next to your booth, I mean, like, obviously change it out when you're done doing this, but you take a bite into it and you don't actually bite a piece of the apple off. You just kind of suck the sour juices out, and that makes your
Mm.
mouth kind of restabilize almost.
Oh.
So that helps. That helps if you ever have gross saliva noises.
Mm.
It's like a sour fruit that it clears the saliva. And then I have this is like a secret but not so secret because we want to tell everyone about it. But it's like this Chinese syrup, and it's a natural herbal syrup. I cannot tell you the name of it because I do not read Chinese. I also probably should look it up. I just get it from the Polish medicine store. But it's like this syrup. It's about this big, and it has honey and some kind of flour in it. I could send you the link after the
Ooh.
podcast to it too, if you'd like to see. But if you take it, you just have a little spoonful before you go record, and it just eases all of this. It soothes your whole throat, regardless if you're sick or not. It's like an immediate remedy. So I take that sometimes before I go record. And ES Fine actually hopped over to my booth a little bit ago to record Mendel's Ladder. He was also recording it with me, so he did the male voices for this time, and I did the
Mm.
female voices. And I would give that spoon to him every time, and he would just be like, "I don't understand what's in this, but it's witchcraft. It's so good." It
Yeah, I might have.
works without fail.
I might definitely need a link to that.
Hmm.
Like I said, I had this thing happen
Hmm.
where, well, usually I'll take winters off from doing
Hmm.
shows because people don't really come out in the wintertime. Um
Hmm.
I mean, I'm in Milwaukee, Roman's in Milwaukee, you're Chicago, yes?
Yeah. Yeah.
So you
Cool.
know about the cold, right?
Yeah. Oh
Um,
yeah.
so clearly I understand people do things in the winter, but I
Mhm.
don't really do many shows because a lot of people don't come out. So there was this
Understand.
one year, my first show I think was in beginning of March. I
Hmm.
popped out to do it, and this never used to happen to me, but I took this time period off and
Hmm.
I went and I did this show and I was scheduled to do like a 45-minute set or something. So I make it through like 20 minutes of the set. Voice is damn near gone. And I'm like, what is going on? This is crazy. I still have
No.
like all this stuff left to do.
Hmm.
So I'm struggling through this one song and the next song I could barely even do it. I pop off on the side of the stage. I like guzzle honey like crazy.
Uh-huh.
Go out for the next one, still struggling. Then I go back, guzzle some more honey, come back out, and then it's gone. So like
Wow.
I it's just randomly gone. I'm able to finish the set.
Huh.
But I was
Where's the
like,
honey?
I can't have that happen because I
Hmm.
tour. So I do like, 15 to 20 shows every night, like in a row when
Wow.
I tour. So like I can't have that happen or else I'm not going to be able to do it.
Hmm.
And it's like I have a regular job and then that's like my second source of income. So if I'm not able to,
Yeah.
and that's what I love to do. I hate my
Hmm.
regular job. so,
Oh. Hmm.
so yeah, so I'm like, if I
That's
can't
a
do this,
lot of shows. 15 to 20 in one night.
no, in like every night I have,
I was gonna say,
yeah, yeah,
geez,
yeah, 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 yeah,
that's
yeah.
like you. Could
No,
you
no,
breathe?
no. No, so yeah, so basically, when I got brought up on touring through my homie
Hmm.
Carnage out of Minneapolis,
Hmm.
he basically gave me the whole grind of it. And now when I tour, I make sure so I don't lose money, and I'm trying to
Hmm.
make money every night. So it's show every night, book a show every day. So
Hmm.
there's no off days. So either 15 to 20 shows nonstop, different city. So yeah, it's like that.
That's
But
nice.
but
Wow.
so I found this stuff, this I had these cough drop things at first, not really cough drops, but they were like throat drops or whatever for that.
Uh-huh.
They didn't work great. They
Hmm.
like you have one before you go on, you have one after. It wasn't great. Then I found this Voice 37 on Amazon
Voice
randomly. I was like,
37.
I need to find something that works. I found this
I'm gonna
thing
write
on
that down.
Amazon and it's it's got it's like just like a drip. You
Uh-huh.
take it, drop 2 drops, chase it with water, super clear, and
Really?
it's just good after that. I even do it now before I record songs because
Really?
it just makes it so much better. And then now every time before I go to a show, I also get this throat coat tea, which I
Hmm.
also got off Amazon. I met this girl in Manchester, New Hampshire. She was working the bar, but apparently she was like a backup singer for like a country band for like
Hmm.
years, and they go on like 6 month tours together. And I'm like,
Hmm.
how the hell do you keep your voice good for 6 months nonstop at a time? I can't even comprehend how you could do that. And
Yeah.
she's like, throat coat tea. And I'm like, what is that?
That's it?
And then she literally sent me this. She shows me, oh, it's here on Amazon. It's like a 16 pack of this tea, or it might even be like 20
Hmm.
some pack of this tea on Amazon for like $3, $4.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Throat coat is awesome. I love throat coat.
yeah, so I use that, but that drip, that voice 37, I mean,
Hmm.
it's a little more, but it's been my go-to for like right before I go on stage, 2 drops,
And
water,
it works immediately.
and I'm good.
That's awesome.
So, but
Does it
I'm
target just the
curious.
throat or the mouth too?
It's more the throat,
The
like
throat? Cool. Okay.
so you won't lose your voice at all or not, and it'll
Oh,
be
cool.
pretty good. And
Hmm.
yeah, but I'm curious of
Hmm.
the remedy you're talking about because
Hmm.
I mean, I'll come, I'll make a trip to Chicago Polish remedy store for
Yeah,
some
the
Chinese
Polish
stuff.
remedy
Shit.
store. Ancient Chinese secret of our of our family.
Yeah, yeah. Um, but
Yeah,
yes,
all of these are awesome. Awesome suggestions. I'm definitely gonna look up Voice 37 too after this. I wrote it down.
yeah. So what is next for you? I mean, I know you said you signed on to do commercials. Are you constantly
Mhm.
doing auditions for things? Do you have things lined up? Like, what's next for you?
That's awesome that you asked. There is a couple of things that are happening in the background. So when voice actors are working and we're like getting constant jobs, it's the one of the hardest things is that we can't constantly shout about what we're doing because a lot of the things are under NDA. So there are, even when it looks like we're silent and not doing anything, there's like little projects that are happening in the background or that we finish and that we're waiting to announce or things that we can't like talk about just yet. So I'm lucky enough to have a bunch of those happening right now. So I'm constantly working on a couple of projects that are under wraps for now, but soon they will be revealed, some of them. Today I just announced, or I just got the okay to announce a little mod on a game called Library of Ruina. It's a Korean game, and we're doing an English dub of it, which that's really cool. I just got to announce an anime movie that I was in. It was a couple of days ago too. So that was really cool. That was with Skyset Entertainment, and the dub is called Hotori, Wishing for Hope. That was really, really fun. Um, and next, I do have these two I can talk about. I do have two audiobooks that I'm working on right now that I'm actually going to be recording after this,
Hmm.
and constant auditions as well. That is always happening. There's always something coming in or something in the spheres that I hear about, and I'm like, oh, I want in on that. Oh, I want to do that. And so practicing things and auditioning and audiobooks are like the biggest things. Along with that, I am thinking of picking up streaming. Like, I don't know if games or maybe just streaming and having me work on the audiobooks when people just kind of come in and watch. I feel like that'd be kind of fun. But I have been wanting to play games again.
Yeah.
So
So you are a gamer, were a gamer, like,
when I was younger, once
yeah,
upon a time, I used to game. I
yeah.
used to love playing Legend of Zelda. That was my favorite thing to do all the time. Any Pokemon game, any Legend of Zelda game, I'm a Nintendo girly. And I did really enjoy Final Fantasy, but I was too young to really understand the plots and the stories. So I would just like sit
Hmm.
there and like breed chocobos all the time. But beyond that, I like those kind of adventure games. What are they called? there's a term for them, and I learned it about a year ago. But it's the games where it has open worlds and you just kind of explore and you adventure and you have to like kill creatures to level up and then beat the boss, and then you have different castles you have to conquer.
Roman,
You don't
you know what that is?
do you know the word for it?
Not RPG, right?
Not
RPG
a
just roll.
not
Yeah.
RPG, which those are cool too, but there's a certain word, and I feel like such not a gamer for not knowing this, but
Well, me and
I don't feel
Roman
free to.
have a video game podcast, and I
Oh,
can't think of the word that you're talking about.
ah! That's funny.
Yeah. I'm kind of stumped myself. Maybe roguelite? Is it roguelite?
Roguelike. Yes, 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 that one, roguelike game.
That was
Yes,
the other
thank
one.
you. Well, that's my favorite genre, even though I forgot the name of it. I love doing things like that. So I definitely, I don't know, maybe if I have the time, I'll be able to start playing games and streaming that. That would be cool.
Well, if you do that
Mm,
and you ever want to come back on, you can come on the video
Yes,
game podcast.
ooh, I'll put on
Oh
my
yeah.
video gamer hat and then we do a different podcast. I'll take up a different persona and everything too.
There
Oh,
you
that'd be
go.
awesome.
There you go. Are there any playing those types of games, are there any specific characters that stand out that you could have seen yourself voice acting or you would want to voice act in the future?
Ooh, that is an awesome question. Thinking of games like that, I do love I love the little like the scrappy young like I'm gonna take you onto my pirate ship and I'm gonna make you follow me and do these things, like work for me, slave, like those. I'm thinking of that specific Zelda from not Skyward Sword, the boat one. How did I forget this? Wind Waker. There is a Legend of Zelda Wind Waker, and then that Zelda, she's very like she's got like a raspy attitude almost. I feel like she'd be really fun. But I do get cast a lot, or I get kind of voice, not voice cast, but associated with the like older villainous kind of daunting character. So I feel like those are really fun to play too. So anything like that,
Hmm.
that would be really cool. Yeah, I've done a couple of classes where we get sides or things to practice from the teacher after you, or from the voice coach after you sit there for a little bit and they get to learn your voice. Then they kind of give you a side to practice with them, right? A side meaning like a little script to read. And a lot of the time I either get that like that evil villainess lady, right? Or some kind of like Valley Girl voice,
Yeah.
which I'll take it. They're fun.
Roman, you got something?
Yeah. Just kind of curious on the audiobooks or any kind of like a continuing series. Is it difficult to kind of go back and play like earlier role, like to say you were to, do another role again that you know, played in the past? Is that hard to go back and play that character? Or do you
I
kind of just,
love I love that you asked that. I just was talking to somebody in a Discord that I'm in about this specific topic a couple of days ago. So it's really, I heard this tip off of a podcast. It was about audiobooks that I was listening to a little bit ago, or a couple years ago, before when I was like really in the throes of doing many audiobooks. And I love this tip and I recommend it to everybody who does audiobooks. If you ever do audiobooks and have character voices for different characters, when you start the audiobook, make a different master file and just record and place a little like 5 second to 10 second snippet of what the character says for like the first time you're recording for them, or when you get like a really good chunk of their voice. Put that snippet in there, label it their name, and do that for every single character so that you have a master file of all the characters in the book. Because sometimes a character will pop up in chapter 3 and then you won't hear from him for the next like 20 chapters. And then you're like, what did he
Hmm.
sound like? I need to go back and find him, or.
oh, yep.
But instead, you just have this master file and be like, oh, that was Sam. Sam sounds like this. And then you listen to it, refresh your memory, and then go and do it. So that
Oh,
has
okay.
been so helpful since I heard that tip. Mhm.
Oh, yeah, that's awesome.
That's
Mhm.
dope.
Yeah.
Um, yeah.
But that was a great question.
So I have a random question just based off
Love
your
those.
shirt. Is that your favorite Tarantino movie?
I love Kill Bill, but but I like Inglorious Bastards better. Like that one's awesome. This shirt I got from my cousin at one point. She was like, I don't need this anymore. And I don't swear or anything. And a lot of Quentin Tarantino movies have a lot of like swearing and like, like dirty action in it. And I'm not that kind of person. So I feel like this shirt is really funny on me because it doesn't match. But I wear it when I want to be edgy. So
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I'm a huge Tarantino fan. Pulp Fiction is
Mhm.
my favorite movie of all
I
time,
was just
and
about to ask what was yours. Yeah.
yeah, Pulp Fiction is my favorite. I don't. I think I did like a top three once upon a time, and now
Hmm.
it's probably different now. I don't.
Yeah.
I mean, I like the Kill Bill. I think my one of my favorite things about Kill Bill, the
Hmm.
first one, the second one, yeah, the first one, my favorite was the transition that they did from the movie into the anime section was cold to me. Like when they went from
Ooh. Uh-huh.
like when she's telling the story of who Oren is, and then it goes
Uh-huh.
into her backstory and like the
It's
anime.
animated. Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
that
cool. I
part's
love it when
super
movies
cold to
do
me.
that.
And then
Hmm.
in the second one, I think my favorite part is the whole training with dang, what's the guy's name? You know the guy with the you know what I'm talking about, Roman? The guy with the
Yeah.
can't think of his
Gordon
name.
Gordon Liu. Gordon Liu.
Yeah, his well, yeah,
Nice.
him, but I can't think of his character name in the
Oh,
movie.
Pai Mei.
Pai Mei. Yes,
Hmm.
Yes.
that guy. That's
I think he was Pai Mei. I'm not sure.
no, you're right. That's what it is. Yep. But
Yeah.
yeah, I love that. Did you watch his most recent movie, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood? Did you like that?
I was thinking about that the other day. I have not seen it yet. I
Mm.
need to go see that.
Yeah, I
There's
haven't
great
seen it
actors
yet
in it.
either.
There's.
It's
Do you recommend it?
it's a good one. I like it.
Yeah.
I mean one of the main things I like from Tarantino is not just the action bits, but the dialogue's amazing all the time.
Hmm.
Like
Yeah.
his scripts, dialogue is always crazy, and that movie's so cool that um the stunt double / bodyguard guy, what's his name? Well, it's played by Brad Pitt, is getting a
Mhm.
spin-off movie because his character was so cold in that movie.
Wow.
That's getting a spin-off movie that's written by Tarantino, but he's not directing it. Because
Oh, okay.
he said he's like, oh, I'm done now. But like
Yeah.
he's writing this
He can't stay
side
away.
story. So
Yeah.
so
Once you're in it, you're like, I'm not gonna touch these anymore. I'm not gonna do that. But then calls to. I said
yeah.
that about audiobooks too. I was like, I'm not doing any more audiobooks. And then I got some more offers and I was like, okay, maybe I'll just do like a couple more.
I mean, it just seems. I mean, audiobook seems like a real lengthy process. But I mean, if you enjoy doing it, I mean,
Mhm. I love self-directing and kind of bringing the world into my imagination to voice because there is no animation, there is no any music, there is nothing but the words on a page. And it's like sitting alone and kind of getting your own rendition. And I feel like getting close to the authors and really understanding them helps me also bring out what their like true intentions are behind the characters and the stories and stuff. And then be like,
yeah.
hey, now I'm gonna breathe some life into this. So
Do you read a lot of? Have you always been a book reader growing up?
when I was younger, I would read all the time. Like I was in middle school, they would assign books that you had to read for every class, I remember. But I would take that and I would be reading constantly. I'd be going to the library and I'd take out a book and I'd read it within the week and go back and get a new one. And then I was a big fan of the series, like the Hunger Games series. I read it before it came out in the movies. And I remember I was really into this one by Aaron Colfer. It wasn't Artemis Fowl. That's what it was. I was
Hmm.
really into those books too. I don't know if you guys knew it, but it's like the super villain character, whatever. That's who you follow. I was, yeah, I was a huge reader, and then I stopped after high school. I just fell off, didn't read anymore, and then during college, I was really into like traveling and the acting scene and musicals and being on stage and doing things like that. And then audiobooks, or me doing audiobooks after college, helped me get back into it. So now I sit and I listen to a lot of audiobooks while I'm doing errands. When I can't be recording, I listen to other people's recordings.
Hey, do you remember reading those books earlier on? Did you used to voice characters in your head?
Yes. I feel like I would picture what they sounded like and I would bring them into existence into my head enough to be able to kind of hear them. I used to always do this thing too with my cousin and one of my really close friends when I was little. We used to pretend to be characters from shows that we really liked. So we
Mm,
were essentially like, yeah, we were essentially doing what I do now, and that's kind of what brought me into this world.
yeah,
So,
that's what's up. You briefly just mentioned musicals.
mhm,
So have you done a lot of musical plays,
mhm.
acting and stuff like that?
I have since the times where I figured out as a small child that I could make the words coming out of my mouth sound melodious and kind of put them together in song. I was constantly like nonstop singing and running around and trying to like get on stage and do these things. So, yeah, I would constantly partake in like the school musicals, and I was in an a cappella group later on too.
Mm,
Yeah, I love doing musical things. So hopefully, I really want to. That's one of my goals too. I want to be part of like an animated musical. I don't know if you've heard about Epic the musical, but that's one of my
No.
current obsessions.
hey,
No, you go.
I feel like my daughter's like that actually a lot.
Oh, the
Yeah,
Raven cosplayer. Oh,
yeah,
cool. Oh,
yeah,
cool.
yeah,
Yeah, good taste.
yeah. Um, so
If you guys are into musicals,
do
if
you
you guys want to be
have
put onto it,
do you have
join
an
it.
all-time favorite musical?
Oh, oh, that's a great question. I personally, I really liked when I was younger In the Heights. I went to go see it so many times. It's um what's his name? Lin-Manuel Miranda, who wrote Hamilton and does Hamilton. You guys have heard of Hamilton, right?
Mhm.
That was one of his earlier musicals,
Oh,
In the
okay.
Heights. Yeah, and it's I personally like the actual musical itself better than the movie.
Mm,
It's just I've seen it so many times. I really like that one. I really like Noises Off. And Noises Off is a play, but it's still really cool. And The Drowsy Chaperone. Those all have like special places in my heart.
that's what's up.
I don't know. Yeah. And The
I,
Phantom of the Opera. I feel like that's a classic. Really good one.
I've seen I've seen Phantom of the Opera at
Yeah.
multiple playhouses. There's actually a super cool
Really?
one in Wisconsin called the Fireside. Have you ever heard of that?
No.
So it's a little. My grandparents used to take me
Mhm.
to
Oh,
a ton of plays growing up, and
that's
at
awesome.
at
What a
this
cute memory.
place,
Hmm.
and I mean tickets were way cheaper back then. But
Hmm.
what
They made it
happens
cool.
is
Yeah.
they give you so it's in like this old school looking theater spot, but it's also like a dinner hall, and then they serve you like a 5 course meal, and then right after
Fancy.
that you get to go into the theater and then you watch them do it. I've
Wow.
seen Annie, Phantom of the Opera, Unsinkable Molly Brown, Seven Brides for Seven Brothers,
Oh, man.
tons. I've seen tons of plays at this place growing up,
Mhm.
and now they're just so pricey. I want to take my
Yeah.
daughters to one at some point
Mhm.
because I think it'd be a cool thing to see, but
Mhm.
it is so expensive now
Oh.
that it's like, because like I remember growing up, like my grandparents would go, I would go, my aunt would go, my mom would go, and they would like pay
Oh.
for everybody,
Yeah.
but it wasn't crazy out of
Mhm.
line. Like now, I feel like for one person for the full meal, it's probably like I don't know, $95 to $100.
Oh, for one person, no.
for one person. Yeah.
Oh,
So I'm look
why?
so if I'm taking both my daughters, which
Yeah.
I mean, my youngest might not even appreciate it, so maybe just me and
Oh,
my oldest would go. But
yeah.
that's like a $200 night, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah. Oh, man.
so
Yeah, make them $30 again.
yeah, yeah. But yeah, so I grew up on plays
Mm,
and you know, musicals, so I think it's
that's
super
awesome.
cool. Roman, you got something?
Mm,
I'm just kind of curious, what would your best, probably your most beloved character and your most underrated character, what would a
Ooh.
conversation between them sound like?
Whoa, this is such a deep question. That's really good. Um, my most beloved character and my most underrated character. I have somewhat of a feeling that both of those things are the same character. Do you mean
Hmm.
beloved by me or beloved by like fans of
Yeah,
the
just
series?
your most popular character, I would
Most
say.
popular. Okay. Because the most underrated, I think, is Sam from Points of Origin. My very first thing that I did. He's like this like surfer dude that like kind of came out of nowhere and he just, he shows up for like two chapters. And I loved him so much and I loved recording for him so much that even around the areas where his voice came up, you could tell me as the narrator, I was like excited to voice
That's
him.
cool.
So I was talking about him as the narrator and I was like, ooh, here comes Sam. So that's he's my most underrated, I guess. And my most popular character. Hmm. Let's see. I feel like this one. So that would even either be the character from the anime that I recently did, the Isekai on Some Paradise. That'd be Komachi. I feel like because it's a different sphere of things, or if we're sticking back into audiobooks, I might put it as Volia, which is those are two very different characters, but they're both like popular in their own spheres.
Oh yeah,
So Komachi's like the sweet, like older sister guiding presence, like she's a lovely little like very kind-hearted and very like proper. And then Volya is she is on a hunt to kill off all the humans that are remaining in this world, this dystopian planet. So those two are very different. They're both pretty popular. And then talking to this like surfer dude on a planet that just has no worries and just chill surfer vibes all day long. I feel like a conversation between him and one of those two would be very, very different. With the very kind-hearted fox goddess older sister character, I feel like it would be very she might be kind of confused by his terminology and the way he speaks and how chill he is. And then if he was talking to the murderer, the hunter woman, Volia, I feel like she might kill him. That might just end with him not existing anymore. So, yeah. That was an
that's
interesting
awesome.
question. Very wildly different types of characters.
Yeah, yeah, I imagine. Oh yeah. You ever
Yeah.
find yourself doing voices like that when you're like just out in public, like at a drive-through or just any random, like just to kind
All
of
the time.
throw it out there to see if anybody how they react to it?
I've not done that yet. I haven't done it thinking that like somebody would pick up on it. I mostly just kind of do them just because my brain like takes over and it's like, oh, suddenly I'm speaking like this. Like this is my new voice of the day. Um I they really like randomly just changing into different voices, not because I'm like doing a different character. It's just I feel like I would say this as this character now.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh.
Well, there's your next challenge. Next time you order food, you gotta do it in a
In a
character
character that I
voice.
don't know before. That's funny. And only speaking. That's really funny.
But it's just funny because we were just recently at the Midwest Gaming Convention and we met Tim. I forget his last name, but he
Tim
was the announcer.
Tim Kritzrow.
Mm.
Kitzrow. Kitrum
Kitro. Yeah,
from NBA Jam.
NBA Jam. And he was sitting in the booth next to us, and I don't remember exactly who we were talking to at that time, but he was sitting there with a microphone, and I just kept thinking that the video game was playing right next to us, and it was just turned up
That's
really loud,
cool.
but it was just him going on and on and on. Like,
Just
sounded
winding
just
up.
like the video game, like it was just playing right there. It's hilarious. So, but yeah,
That's
it's
so
very.
cool.
Yeah, I
I
And
mean,
love
that's
it when
well,
Oh,
oh, go ahead.
sorry. That's what we were talking about before we started the podcast, though, because
Ah.
he walked into the bathroom there, and the bathroom was packed, and he kind of looks at me, he kind of smiles, and he looks, and he's like, "Boy, it's jam packed in here," and nobody caught it. I just started laughing because it just sounded exactly like the
It's
video game.
awesome.
It's like it went off in the bathroom, and then he just scuttled off. It was great. It was really
Scuttles
really fun. Yeah,
away.
that was
I
fun.
love that. I
yeah,
love when a voice actor's career could be just mostly their voice because it's not impressions or anything. It is a lot of it
Yeah.
is just like your voice is a base, so that hearing certain characters or people coming up to voice actors and be like, "Do the voice," and it's like, I am doing the voice.
Yeah, I
This
know.
is the voice. This is my voice.
yeah, yeah.
Dang,
Uh,
what were we gonna say?
did you so um before I ask you another rando question, did you know when you started recording audiobooks or voice acting that you had um a voice that would be able to do that? Like that it would be something like where you can voice different characters, where you have like
Mm,
a voice that's just like a because it seems kind of like even talking to you, it seems
mhm.
like a natural voice that could be heard reading something. You know what I'm saying?
Thanks. I before I started recording audiobooks, I never thought I would record audiobooks. That was way out of left field. I was like, I want to be in Naruto. I want to read books all day, but I love reading books, so it was just a natural progression. It was a natural step that I do that because it's filled to the brim, especially if you get the right author, filled to the brim with character work and like just imagination that you could just run wild with. So that I'm so happy I fell into audiobooks because it was just like I could run wild with it. I could do whatever I want. It's not directed by anybody. It's not, it's not overseen. It's pretty much just like, hey, you are now in charge of just creating all of this life and making it happen. So that I love that I fell into it. I did not think I was going to.
Yeah.
But for reading, I've always loved reading to myself, and then whenever I'm around my nieces and nephews, I love like picking up a book and just doing these different voices. I always knew that I wouldn't say always, but I always knew that I wanted to do some kind of performance. I loved musicals, I loved singing, I loved being in front of people, I love hosting things. So when I would like kind of peek over my older brother's shoulder when he was watching Dragon Ball Z and I saw all of them like screaming and freaking out and like doing all these like big intense battle scenes, I was like, I want to do that. He's like, you can. And I said, what? And so from that point on, I ran with it and I decided, hey, I can do these different voices. And going back to when I was little too, and I would play with my cousin and pretend to be the different characters. That's kind of when the voicing of different things started. We would
Mm.
just kind of pick a certain character we liked. At one point, I really liked Sonic, and she really liked Tails, or like I don't know, in The Lion King, I was Mufasa and she was Scar. And we would choose our favorites and then just kind of try to imitate them and then pretend to be those characters.
That's what's up. Are you
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's cool.
so are you
Thank you.
into anime kind of heavy?
Yeah, yeah.
So
It
okay,
really is.
so my daughter clowns me all the time because I'm not
Mhm.
I'm like a super movie freak, but like
Mhm.
I'm into like old school anime. So like Ninja
Ah,
Scroll, Akira, like
mm,
stuff like that. But
Kira's good.
and she has no idea about any of that, but she's into like
Ah,
all the new stuff. So I'm
mm.
curious because
Old
she
school
would
meets new
probably
school.
like to know.
Mhm.
Um, so what's your favorites? Can you give me a top three, maybe?
Oh, three. I was hoping you would say 10 so that I would have to choose that in depth.
Five? I'll give you five. You
Okay,
five?
five. I will take five. Done deal. um, some of these they're my favorites for like just personal, like I can't explain to you, but I love them, you know. But some of them they are actually really, really good, you know. Top number one, I will say this, and I always say this anytime someone asks, Hunter x Hunter. And I have a personal connection to it. It's because when I was studying abroad in Japan, I had my window open before class. I was watching Hunter x Hunter, and there was just this guy sitting a couple rooftops away playing some unknown Japanese instrument. And it just, the scenery and everything involved with me watching that show was so culturally cool. Whenever I think about Hunter x Hunter, I'm like, wow, that all happened. That was a real thing. It felt like a dream. So that one for sure. I love that one. Makes you laugh, makes you cry, cool characters. Another one. Now these aren't in order of favorites. Now I'm just throw them out.
Yeah.
Another nostalgic, I love this. I would say Full Metal Alchemist. I don't know if either of you, yeah.
That's a good one. Yeah, that's a good one.
Ah, I love Full Metal Alchemist. And I don't know if you heard, but that mangaka, she actually is releasing a new show that she wrote, and the characters are very reminiscent of like Ed,
Oh, cool.
Al, and all those. It's happening right now. It's called Demons of the Shadow Realm. So if anyone wants to
Oh, I gotta remember that.
yeah, it's awesome. There's like this character that has a blonde braid and a red cape and everything. You're like, oh, that's back. But so those two for nostalgia reasons, but also they're really good. A current one that I cannot stop thinking about is Blue Lock. I don't know if you've heard of that one.
No.
It's a sports anime. It's a soccer anime. I know nothing about soccer. But I love this anime because every single character in it that takes the spotlight has some kind of motivational message to the viewer. It's awesome. They all come from different walks of life. They have different backstories. And I feel like soccer is just like a side plot almost. The main story is like how to keep staying motivated, or keep being motivated. Keep staying motivated made sense, right? Yeah. So being motivated continuously through like what troubles you have, how to conquer certain problems through different tactics, because everybody's different and it kind of shows how each character can be the best that they are. So that's a really good show. Yeah, that's one of my favorites. I'm worried that I'm gonna miss a really good one. Let's see. So Blue Lock, Fullmetal Alchemist, Hunter x Hunter. I did really like My Hero Academia. It gets a lot of hate. It was a big shonen anime. Oh wait, I'm sorry. I'm gonna take that out and I'm gonna put in Naruto because I love Naruto. That one's good, not just for the nostalgia, but because it's awesome. Like you're fighting through problems too, and you're just all the characters are really good, and it's like a little bit older. It's not that old. So
Yeah.
That one. And then man, I have to say Pokemon doesn't count, right?
No.
Yeah, sure.
I mean,
I don't know.
It could, because that's like there's always that battle. Is it anime or is it just like a cartoon? Is it because Pokemon is definitely,
I would say
if it does count, it's there.
Yeah.
It's an anime?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, Pokemon then. Because Pokemon raised me. Pokemon made me become the person who I want to, like, you know, I want to catch them all. I want to do all the voices. I want to travel the world and I want to experience everything. There's a Bulbasaur behind me. Like
Yeah. My daughter's favorite is and Roman knows this because I didn't give it to her yet because I'm just saving it for Christmas or something. But Jujutsu Kaisen is her favorite.
Oh, I love Jujutsu Kaisen. That's also a really, really good one. I was gonna miss a really good one.
Yeah,
that one's awesome.
That's her favorite one.
Oh, having a character that's so excitable and sweet and soft and just be broken down throughout the series is just so good. Very good writing. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Do either of you have favorite animes?
So, like I said, I'm not huge on anime. So,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm like old school, like I said. So it's probably not shows. It'd be like the movies, like
same here.
Like I said, Ninja Scroll, Akira. I mean, I liked It's not. I mean, I don't know if you would consider if you even consider it. I mean, Afro Samurai is my shit.
That's
Oh,
good too. Yeah.
that counts. Absolutely.
Yeah,
Um,
one of my favorites is Princess Mononoke.
Oh,
I
that's a
don't
good
know yeah,
one.
that's another
Yeah,
another classic. I like that one.
yeah, Princess Mononoke is awesome.
uh, you know who? So I know you met him at the Milwaukee Comic Con. You might have known him before that, but when we were talking to Bob Carter,
Yes.
um, him and my daughter were clowning me because I'm not super on the anime level, and they were clowning me, and he was telling her um of what animes I should start watching to get me into it, and one of them
Mhm.
was dang it, what's the one? It's something blue-eyed samurai.
Exorcist? Oh,
Yeah,
Blue-Eyed Samurai.
Hmm.
Ooh.
yeah. So
Ooh.
he
That's
said
good.
that one, and then the other one, I don't know if it's the same. He mentioned the food one, and it might be the one that
Food
you
Wars.
watched. Yeah, it might be that.
Food Wars is awesome.
Food
Yeah,
It's
Wars.
very intense. I love like the side, like the sports anime and like I don't know where Food Wars falls into the anime genre world, but they take the plot of something that you understand. Like there are certain anime where it's like it teaches you art or it's teaching you how to cook or it's teaching you these things, and then they make it into like some kind of competitive um this super competitive sphere where there's actually like hidden messages and stories beyond what the main point is. So like in the soccer anime, it's all motivation. There's like a tennis anime and it's it's very intense. The volleyball anime, it's they
Oh,
go extra hard and crazy in it. It's really cool.
yeah. Um, well, I don't want to keep you too much longer. So, Roman, you got one last question?
no, I think that's all I have. I definitely appreciate you coming and talking to us. That was
Of course,
amazing
this
of
was
you.
a lot of fun.
That was really
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
So I have two last questions.
All right, let's hear it.
I don't think there'd be long answers, but
Mhm.
um,
Take that as a challenge. I'm just
so
kidding.
one, I definitely want to know. Growing up in Polish household, my grandma used to cook uh Polish dishes. What's
Yeah.
your favorite?
Gołąbki. I love that's an easy answer. It's my favorite food. My mom makes it the best. And it's they're cabbage rolls. So it's like rice and meat in a cabbage roll and then
Yep,
with tomato sauce over it. Oh,
yep.
yum. If you've never tried
Grandma's
it.
made my grandma's made that. Yep,
Yeah.
Sounds good. That
Oh,
sounds
yum.
delicious. Yeah.
yep. Yep.
Right? It's
Good.
so good. I can eat it all day, every day, forever.
Yep, it's good.
Mhm.
And so the other one is kind of a two part.
Mhm.
One thing. So I met you at a Comic Con. Do you go to a bunch of Comic Cons?
I do. I love conventions. I feel the energy in the room and I just want to give it back. Just explode
Okay,
back with energy.
so they were at the gaming convention that me and Roman just went to this last weekend. I'm curious, since you're in Chicago, do you know my
Yeah.
homies? They play at these Microphone Misfits.
Microphone Misfits.
Have you ever
I
seen them
don't think.
perform?
No.
They've played at the Chicago one before. I know that.
Oh, at the
At
Chicago Convention?
Yeah, at
C2E2?
this. Yep, they've played at that.
Oh, I love C2E2. That's awesome.
Yeah, so
Wow.
they do so they're a hip hop group, but
Uh-huh.
they do a lot of video game referenced hip hop songs. So they have like one that's like Street Fighter, they have one that's Tecmo Bowl. They did a Mario one, right?
That sounds awesome. There's some like vague corner of my memory. I feel like I might have met them.
Yeah,
Do
so
they
they're
only do it to Chicago once or
uh
Wisconsin too?
no, I mean they travel around. They did
Cool.
Austin, they did South by Southwest this year.
I
But
might have
yeah,
met them
they
at a con.
so it's like two rappers, one DJ, and then like two or three break dancers.
Cool.
Yeah.
That is so cool. Are they coming sometime soon to Chicago?
Well, I mean
Or to the area?
that's where they're at. I'm trying to bring them
Ah,
to a Wisconsin show. I'm playing a cross genre show actually in Chicago on Saturday.
cool. This Saturday?
Yeah, it's
Coming out to Chicago. That's awesome.
yeah, it's dang, do I even know what the name of the place is? Illuminated Brewworks
Illuminated Brew Works.
is where the is the name of the venue. So I'm assuming it's like a brewery type spot or something like that.
I've never been to it.
But I'm playing a cross
Mm.
genre show there.
Cool.
Um, I actually think I'm the only hip hop act.
Really? Oh, cool. That's
Yeah.
gonna make you stand out.
So I do
That's
this.
awesome.
So I do this weird thing. Before I finish up and ask you to like, I want to know if you knew microphone miss switch, but I have one more thing. But before I
Mhm.
go into that, yeah. So I do this weird. I do this weird thing.
Oh,
Where so I'm really good freestyle, which is why as we've been talking, I just pick up on things you've been talking about, and then I just go into that topic
oh.
type thing. Like I
Ah.
haven't planned any of this, just so you know. It's just like
Yeah, I was gonna ask you about freestyling actually, because that blows my mind. It's like you turn off your brain and their filter is just gone. You just do everything. Doesn't it ever scare you? Don't you ever like freak out at the prospect of freestyling?
so I started freestyle rapping off the top before I ever started writing. So it's never really been a
Wow.
thing. But so the crazy thing I always throw two segments into my live set and I'll do
Hmm.
objects. So I'll ask everybody to pull out an object or grab objects around the room and I'll
Oh,
go around, I'll rap about every single thing that they hold up. And then the other thing
cool.
I do that's crazy, which I just set my personal record of it,
Hmm.
is I usually grab between 15 to 20 words at the end. And I actually just did 25. And I'll remember them in order that people gave them to me. And then I'll freestyle and I'll use them all in the order. And then I'll throw a beat on and I'll do them all in reverse order.
What? That's insane.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Did you ever do it in a
I've actually
show?
been,
Can I watch you do that?
you can. If you come out and watch me do it. People have actually said they don't know how I do it. I said, I don't know how I do it. They're like, that's not even a thing you're supposed to be able to do. Like the most, like, I'm like, well, I don't know how I do it. It's just a thing that I know how to do that I've been able to do. So
That
the,
is so cool.
and so recently I did 25. My friend's like,
Congratulations.
no, you did 26. I'm like, well, I don't remember 26, but 25 is what I remember. And then,
uh,
and then another show I recently did, and this was not even planned. It was one of the craziest things ever. Is I played this show at this arcade,
mhm,
and I went around. I grabbed the words. I had um, I had a Deion Sanders 21 jersey on. Right.
mhm.
I went around. I grabbed words. I grabbed words, and I'm like, all right. So that's what we got. That's what we got. Should I do more words? Are you guys good? And then I counted all the words out I did, and it was 21 words, like the jersey.
Wow. Oh, that's so perfect. Oh, did you notice that or did somebody in their audience
Someone
notice
else
that?
noticed. They're like, "You just did."
Oh,
I'm like, "That's you're right. I can't even do no more words
that's so
because
cool.
it's
Because you
yeah,
can't, you would ruin it. Yeah.
yeah,
Wow. Congrats on the memory, man. That's so cool.
yeah." So yeah, if you ever want to come out, I mean, I play Chicago here and there like this,
That is awesome. I would love to.
but yeah. Um, so you go to Comic Cons, you go
Mhm.
to conventions.
Yes.
Is there a standout person you've met or built a relationship with in passing or conversating from those conventions?
Every convention I go to. Yeah. I never leave a convention not feeling fulfilled by some kind of meeting that I've had or something that happened or some kind of connection that launched me into something in the future. That's why every single time there's an opportunity for a convention, I'm like, sign me up. Yes. Most recently, it's been Milan Media, which you both knew or you met at the Milwaukee Con too. He's the guy who was taking all the pictures. So he's been awesome. He he's the reason why I go out to Milwaukee as much as I do, because he'll be like, "Hey, Betty, there's this new convention that's here and I'm signing you up." And I'm like, "Okay, I'll be there." And yeah, going to conventions. I love going with someone, having like a little booth buddy every time. I love going with ES Fine. He does a lot. And every time I go, I met, like last time I met Bob Carter too. That was really cool. Like we've stayed in touch since then too. So every time I go, I'll meet someone new. I'll meet someone cool. I'll meet like somebody that just stays in my memory and either like wants to catch up or wants to do a podcast per, let's say, yeah.
Yeah. Well, cool.
So
well,
every con's a good time.
I mean, like I said, if you ever want to see the freestyle stuff, well, I mean, it's last minute, but I mean, Illuminated Brew Works. I'm there on
Illuminated
Saturday.
Brew Works on Saturday. What time?
I believe doors are 8.
8 p.m.
Otherwise, I'll be back in Chicago in July on my tour. So, but yes.
Cool. Oh, okay.
But yes,
so
July,
I'm definitely gonna swing by that one.
So yeah, this has been awesome having you.
Yeah.
I am Tayamu Denku. This is my homie Roman. It's been brought to you by CyphaDen Music, where we inspire even those higher. And remember to never stop chasing your dreams, because you will never know what you are fully capable of. Tonight we have had special guest Betty Bat.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Tayamu and Roman, both of you were awesome. It was fun talking to you.
We appreciate you to the fullest, and until next time.